Petra Kvitova won just a few minutes ago the Wimbledon Ladies Championships. She beats Maria Sharapova 6-3, 6-4, and even if Steve Flink looks much more elegant than me, he missed the prediction because I played on Kvitova and he thought Sharapova was going to win. How do you?
Well, let me just say at the outset.
How to justify yourself?
Well, I just like to say at the outset, normally you're a modest man, but you have a right to brag right now. You got me on this one. Very impressive performance, Ubaldo, from Kvitova, because there was very rarely a sign of nerves from her in that final. She played a few loose games. There were a few wild moments off the ground, but not many. And it was a display of sustained aggression off the ground, and I think she really controlled the tempo of the match much more than Sharapova did. Sharapova always seemed on her heels to me, always seemed to be reacting, and I don't think she could deal with that Kvitova forehand. That shot was devastating.
Yes, and you must think also that today Kvitova didn't make so many aces like in the past rounds, only on the match point. She finally made the first ace.
But she hit a lot of very good slicers wide to Sharapova's backhand that won her points or set up easy points. So I still think she served well. Second set she got a little tighter because Sharapova broke back a couple of times, and there was obviously that opening game of the match when Kvitova got broken also, but overall she played well. She didn't have to worry about an occasional service break against her because she knew she could break Sharapova at almost any time.
Yeah, at the beginning some people were saying, oh, Kvitova, she's missed 4 shots because after the 4th shot she misses. But to be honest, today it was Sharapova who was missing before, and that was a little surprising because Sharapova, I think, she should have tried to mix it up a little bit more.
I think she was under a lot of duress though, don't you? I mean, I felt like she was being rushed all the time. Kvitova's returns were coming back at Maria so fast that Maria would have to try to respond, flick back a half volley deep. I thought she was really under a lot of pressure, so maybe that was part of the reason why.
Yeah. First Czech win since Novotna and Navratilova. I mean, it still is a great tradition for a small country like the former Czechoslovakia and now the Czech Republic. They produce a lot of players.
And also, Ubaldo, the first left-hander since Navratilova in 1990 among the women, so that's quite an achievement as well.
Sure. Sharapova said yesterday that it was quite an advantage to be lefty on grass, and I think the match showed it.
It absolutely showed it because she was constantly taking the ball early off her forehand, swinging her serve out wide to Maria's backhand, and so she prevented Sharapova from being dominant off her forehand side, which Maria likes to do. I think she can do more damage off the forehand. She didn't have the openings to achieve that today.
Yeah, there were 8 breaks. I mean, but we are used that in women tennis the service normally is not as important. Today it was in a way because Kvitova served well, even if she didn't make the usual number of aces.
She did, and Maria, unfortunately, her serve led. She only served 6 double faults today, but they were costly. 2 of them came at 2-3 in the first set, 30 all, 2 in a row to put herself down 4-2. To me, that was probably the single biggest game of the match.
Okay, thanks a lot to Steve Flink. I hope you will not miss the prediction for the next final. We will comment at the US Open.